Yo, welcome back to another Stu42 Minecraft video. As the sun comes up again over our Minecraft world, here is the tree house, the greenhouse that I built the last episode. So if we go in, I've just come back after this has been left overnight, and as you can see, we have a few butterflies flying around. We have some leaves that look like they've mutated. So our little our little experiment has worked by the looks of it. I just need to get some grafters probably and take those leaves out with them and see if we get our silver lime that we're after. So I'll get right into it. What do we need? Sticks. Some of those. Sure. Some bronze. There we go, we'll grab a couple. Now these grafters last hardly any time at all, so I'll make a few of them. I know I can, I know with Thorncraft I can get Thormium grafters that last a bit longer, but to be honest, I just can't be bothered making the making all the Thormium ingots at the moment. So let's have a look. What do we get? What is that? Silver birch. Not quite what I was after. Common beech. Okay, so it looks like we're going to get a few different sorts of tree out of this. Silver lime, yay, that's the one we want. Okay, so I might just leave that in the taskbar so I can see what I get. Okay, and it's automatically got the next. Oops. Yeah, for some reason it doesn't automatically refill until you pick up something, which is a bit odd. So let's grab, how many more do we want to grab? As many as we have grafters for, I guess. And one more. No more grafters. Okay, so we have 5 silver limes, 5 common beech, silver birch, apple oak, silver birch, apple oak. So obviously I've got a few different sorts of apple oak. I've got some different traits there. What I might do for the rest of these, I've got my trusty lumber axe from Tinker's Construct, so I will just cut all these down. That's interesting. I thought it might have gotten rid of the wooden planks there. So what I might do is we'll cut all these down. We'll see what drops in the way of saplings. I should probably have... I think the Axe of the Stream from Thorncraft is actually a bit better at getting the saplings down quickly. Oh, there's one already. But yeah, I don't have an Axe of the Stream at the moment, so this will have to do. Okay, so that's everything down. These are gonna happily, drop their saplings over the next, I don't know, a couple of minutes, I guess. So what I might do is I'm just gonna very quickly cut this video while I wait for these to drop, just so that I'm not hanging out. I don't want them to rot on the ground while we're waiting for this, so I might just stand in this corner and look this way and do I want to wait? Actually, there's a couple other things I can do. So one of the things that I wanted to do is as you know, I wanted to build it for chestnuts for the seed oil. So if I can find my way through the door. Did that close? Yes. So I'm going to need to get some a tank first of all to store the seed oil in. So I have a feeling let's just put those away. I have some steel tank parts. 42 valves. Okay, so I'm gonna need a bit more steel. Now, luckily I do have a bit sitting here, so let's grab out, say, 2 stacks. Duck down here where I have now I have a thermodynamic fabricator and my rolling machine just permanently here. I know they use up power, but I have just been, I don't know, too lazy with taking them down and putting them away every time, so I've just left them there. Now what have we got in here? Obsidian. So, alright, so that's going to be doing that for a bit. Let's go back. So what I'm going to do is I try to use the steel tanks where I can. I mean, it's a bit of time to make the steel pretty much out of iron, so there's no big drama. And you get, of course, twice the storage out of steel. So let's run around and pick up all these. Now I'm not seeing too many of the silver limes coming down. So what I guess is happening is, because when you let the leaves decay naturally, there's only a small chance for it to drop a sapling. So I'm guessing some of these mutated leaves are just not dropping saplings naturally. There's one. So yeah, while I could have just cut all the trees down and let all of this decay, I don't know if I would have gotten as many silver limes as I did. I now need to figure out what to do next. I think it's apple oak and silver lime, maybe. Maybe silver lime back with birch again. I'm going to do both, just in case. I did briefly look at one of those cheat sheets a while ago, and from memory, once you get the silver lime, you just sort of recombine the silver lime with things to get further down the chain. So I think that's what I will do. But I just can't remember, and I don't really want to be cheating and looking up all the time what the cheat sheet is. Okay, so there's 64 of those. What I'm going to do with my common beach, I might need a chest. I do also have a crafting terminal down here. Do I have a chest in there? Yes. Awesome. So cool, that'll be done when I get back. So what I think I'll do is I'll do 2 sort of lots similar to what I did last time, where I sort of interspersed them. You know what, I'm just going to cut down the last of these leaves. Try not to kill the butterflies in the process. Now, one thing I'm not certain on is how long these butterflies actually take to pollinate things. So this is going to be a bit of an interesting experiment today. It's early in the morning here, so we'll see what happens. So now, what did I say? I was going to say that and apple oak. There's some apple oak. I don't know what traits these apple oaks are. Yeah, should I bother with the traits? Have I got a treealizer? Yes, I do have a treealizer. So I got this chest so that I could just, I don't know, let's just place it here. Now I have scanned those 2. I have a funny feeling that that and that are the same. You know what, let's scan them all. Didn't do that very well. The common beech is saplings lower. It's kind of annoying that it does it that way. So apple oak, those look like, so it's a hybrid of apple oak and silver birch. I'm glad I scanned them. So this is going to let me, it looks like those are the same and that's the hybrid, and that's the hybrid, and that's a hybrid. Wow, so we do have a few hybrids in there. So what I might do is I'm just going to throw all of these in except for our silver lime and some purebred apple oak, and we want some purebred silver birch as well. I'll scan these anyway, see what we've got. Yeah, so everything's low. I'm not entirely sure how to get the yields up on these, to be honest. So now I just realized that I did these. I haven't scanned that one, so it's not stacking anymore, but that's okay. We know it's from the same lot. So 1, 2, and then a oak, and then 1, 2, one of these, 1, 2, one of them, 1, 2, and there. So that's 3 of those, and then over this side we'll do the same thing, but with the silver birch. So there, 2, 1, 2, and this is really putting all our eggs in one basket because we've used all of our silver lime saplings just to do this. Okay, so now that that's set up, let's throw these back in there. Now I tend to keep my, as you can see, I have my special bag here that keeps all my stuff in it, and yeah, I've had a couple of unfortunate deaths where I've lost everything in there. Why am I so rubbish at going through that door? Yeah, so I've lost everything a couple of times, but for the couple of times of losing everything, I think it's still handy to have. I know some people use a ender pouch, so you can have an ender chest set up somewhere with all your stuff in it, and then you take an ender pouch with you, and then technically the stuff is all still in the ender chest instead. I just haven't gotten around to doing that yet. And as I say, I don't generally die terribly often. Anyway, once you get to having the power armor like that, as you can see, I've got the Nyan Cat hat on, which I'd completely forgotten about. All right, yeah. Once you get the power armor, you don't seem to have too many problems. So now we're going to need to have some steel tank walls. Now I'm not going to make this a huge tank, so I'm probably not going to need too much. Now glass pane, let's just make a ton of those and make a full set of those. And do we want 2 valves? 2 should be enough, I think, for this. Alright, so what I was planning on doing for this is through on my magic island. Where are we? So down underneath, over, yeah, now since turning off the other boiler, I've got 3 of these boilers normally running, and I've turned one of them off. I think I showed in my last video I turned this one off. It's now fully cooled down and has stopped working. This, yeah, it's doing a bit more output, but I haven't replaced these turbine rotors once, and they've been in there like a month or so now, so they really do last a long time, which is good. The fuel, very slowly going down. I've got quite a bit of headroom there. I probably have another, I don't know, what's that, a couple of weeks maybe running before I have to sort this out. So what I was thinking is, because the bees are sort of right above me, right above this elevator, I was thinking I might embed the tank in the wall somewhere. Now, maybe here on the oil side, on the fuel side. Well, I've got those there, so over here potentially, and I might even raise it up a bit just so that I can put the stuff here for doing the processing or making the sticks. So there should be, what, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's sort of 6 blocks there that I can use to put in the carpenters and bits and pieces. So what I might do is, I don't need heaps of seed oil. I'm going to make a 3x3 tank. So where do we want it? Do we want it there or there? How about in line with that? Okay, so if I cut there maybe, and then go in. Right, okay, so I have that there, which means I'm going to have to raise this up one in order to put the valve on the bottom. That's okay, we can deal with that. Now this was a natural cave that went through. As you can see, it's a bit dark. Let's just throw a couple of lights around. Actually, we might just get the hammer and do that as well. Okay, so what I'm thinking now is we're going to need a gap underneath. So let's build the frame of this first. In there, we need the valve to be there. Let's just get rid of that. Do I have any smooth stone on me? No, I don't. I might just temporarily remove that and put it, I don't know, let's just give us some light. Alright. Now the big question, how tall do we want this? As tall as we can go. Now I'm going to be getting the seed oil coming in from the top, so what I might do is, the tank will be here. I'll put the seed oil coming, I don't know, coming down through the same sort of way. I don't know, maybe I'll have the squeezers in here for the seed oil. They can pipe up and into the tank. The tank can drain stuff down and straight into the back of the carpenter, which will then also get wood from the ME system, output the impregnated sticks straight back into the ME system. I have power just underneath to power it. Okay, I think this could be good. I may have to do some rejigging here to make it sit a bit nice. I really want to have the carpenter on the ground, but that should be fine. Now, I don't think I'm going to bother with keeping this open. So what's the maximum height you can do? 8. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops. 6, 7. Ooh, we're only going to go 7 because that's as high as the roof is. I don't want to recess it up into the roof. You know what? Let's recess it up into the roof. That might be a good way of doing things. Now what I'm also going to do is I'm only going to put I think I might put in this side, I'll put the valve. So going down from there, because I've only got 2 valves on me, so I might fill it from the side instead, and just block it in basically, and only put a window on the front, because I don't plan on coming back up here anytime soon. I can get to that tunnel from the other side. Actually, because I can get to that tunnel from the other side, I might just very quickly leave a couple of these in, just in case I come around the back and want to have a look at the level of the tank. And for this side, oh, I've run out. Hey, there we go. Yeah, some items I've noticed don't do the auto refill properly, but that's okay. Now that was the valve for the side, which means we've only got this left. Now, can I get to it from here? Alrighty, and we've done it quickly. Now, how much can we store in there? 2 million units. That's probably going to be more than enough. Well, more than enough to get that done. Now, the other thing with this is I'm a bit scared that this little centrifuge is not going to keep up. So I'm going to need another centrifuge. See, it's already, it's still processing. So I might make one for petroleum and one for the oil for those combs, because they're going to start producing quite a lot. Oh, there's an unintended side effect. I can see through the back. Actually, that gives me an idea. I can probably go around the other side and put some lights to shine through the tank to make it all glowy and stuff. That might look quite pretty. Okay, so this is obviously, I'm jumping the gun a bit. I don't have any trees set up yet. I don't have any of the seed oil processing. I don't even have the tree farm for the wood yet. I'm still not entirely sure how that's going to work, but at least now we have our tank. We have a rough plan in place for what we're going to do in terms of the carpenters and bits and pieces that we're going to need to make the impregnated sticks. I'm also going to need a source of string, I've just realized. So maybe, since this is a magic island and I don't want to use machines, maybe a cotton farm. I haven't used cotton for string before, so yeah. There's going to be a lot of golems on this island, I feel. Doing everything. My small golem army. Alright, so just before I wrap this up, I mean, I'm sorry, it's been a bit of a non-event sort of episode. I haven't really gotten a lot done. We're getting a lot of stuff in place though, for the future build. Alright, so we've got a couple of things. We've grown here. We've got our oak and we've got our birch. None of the others have grown, but that's okay. They should start growing. So yeah, I might leave this episode here. I need to do a little bit more planning around what we're going to do with the farms, where I'm going to put them, what carpenters and squeezers, and the actual flow of materials to get these impregnated frames, all so I can keep up my fuel and oil production on an island that has completely hidden power requirements anyway. But there we go. It's what we do everything in Minecraft for, really, just to build cool stuff. Alright, so until next time, as always, thanks for watching.